So we've had some food, we've fed the ravenous children, and we're gonna go again, see what we can get done and finished off. We started adding the succubus, I don't want to say succubus like 20 times like I did last time, into the pose database. So we're just gonna keep going. So here's our idle succubus, and yeah, we're just checking that this one is working as expected. Yep, you. Right, let's go to our walks, and here we have our paladin. Duplicate that. Duplicate paladin, and then yeah. Oops. Open that up after I move it. So there's our walk loops. It's good. So then we want these ones, but we're gonna get our animations. So succubus, movement. Don't think we're gonna have any walk movement actually. So we'll undo the bit that we just did. That's gonna crash everything. Yeah, I thought so. That's annoying, but not to be unexpected. So this is why you save often, but I don't, because I'm an idiot. So now it's loaded back in. We'll see exactly how much progress we lost, because we did lose some, which sucks ass. Databases, idols. Check what's going on with this. That's fine, but the reselection needs to be disabled. Is that fine? I don't know if that is. No, it is. Just expected it to move a bit more. There we go. Now it's moving properly. But it's not looping. Does it? Okay. Keep an eye on that. Walks. Don't think we're gonna have any walks. Nope. So that's fine. The walks will be fine. But then we want the runs. And so then we'll duplicate paladin, open up paladin, duplicate that, and change that to succubus. And so we don't need any walks because they're not gonna walk. And then we can get rid of that and get our animations. And this is gonna look okay. So there's about 3 animations here for this one, or this one, or this one. We need to decide which one looks the least stupid. I don't like that one. That looks daft. Is that one looking good? Or is it this one? I think it's front frame 3. We'll give that one a go. See how that looks. Alright, asset actions. Edit selection. Root motion. Force the root lock. And then loop that bad boy. And we'll go from there. And we'll save that. And we'll make sure that we are disabling the reselection. That looks pretty good. Okay, change this paladin to run loops of the succubus, and then change all of this so that that's not looking for that. Okay, so now the only issue is in our DT enemies, a barrage attack, got a ground smash. Unnamed, no. So do we have a ground smash attack for this succubus? That is the question. What is the answer? Probably not that one. Nope. Maybe that one? Oh, what's she do here? Oh. Hello, mate. How are you? Are you well? No, don't like any of those. Yeah, don't like any of those either. Just looking for some sort of like ground smash type attack. I think the best I'm gonna do is that one. So this will be our ground smash. And then now that we've got our movement sorted, get our enemy and duplicate it. And change this. Go, it's floating. It's a good start. Oh, wait, that's not the way. Or is it? Okay. No, that might be. so if we take away the this thing. I forgot what's going on. Okay. So this skeletal mesh is the character, and the top one is the normal. Okay, so the top one, we don't want to be visible. There we go. This is the bottom one. Sweet, okay. So that's kind of working how I would want it to work, which is good. Except, let's just check this stuff. This one. So that works as you'd want it. Basic magic spell. Yep, that works. Barrage attack, I've been witnessing that working, but just want to make sure in case they don't have one of those. So we're getting is valid here. Plug in the montage. And then we set is not valid. And then our heals. Okay, so the animation that plays for our heals is controlled here. That does that. Am I using ALS for a game? No, this is the game animation sample project, and it's not the Gasp times ALS one either. We're not using that. What are we doing? I'm still adding enemies into our stuff. We're still adding enemies into the game. We just added this cool fly-in movement set, which is pretty cool. So now our enemies fly around. Well, one enemy flies around. And now I'm just fixing the... What am I fixing? I am fixing why the heal over time isn't triggering. And it's basically because there isn't an animation for it. It is valid. Just making sure that the bind here doesn't do anything. It purely depends on how comfortable you are with having to rely on not many tutorials. So if you know a lot about the system, then you'll be fine. But if not, then you'll be like struggling because there's just not a lot of community support out there. There's like 2 or 3 people that are doing community tutorials on game animation sample project. So we do that one there. That's why I delay on this. This is fine. I need to go to player animations, mage animations. No, I don't. That's a lie. Where is my mage attack? Animation montage. Magic. So I call it Hadouken. Just grab both of those. Sync that together to fix that. And we'll play this on the upper body as well, so that the character will move around as it's doing it. And then let's go back here. And this is our dark energy attack, which is our Hadouken from the other thing. So this is our fire. And then this is where it triggers. It's good. And if I go back to, where's my player? Let's find the player. DP player. Tell a lie. That's not what I want. I want the enemy magic anims. There we go. So here we've got our barrage. And here is all of the... It's just a fire trigger then. Sweet. Just copy that. And then open up the succubus's barrage. And we'll paste it. That one. Where's this notify going? This is hand underscore R. Bam. And one more. There. And that one just here. That is a weird pose. This one, and then this one. Yep. So then we've got the heal, which is this. It just triggers a heal. It doesn't do anything. What? We just spawn something, but okay. And then there's a ground smash. Do we have? There's the ground smash. Whoa. So let's take both of those. All of this stuff. And then we'll find the ground smash. I think this is as violent as the other one, so. So we'll do this. And then it like happens about there. Well, that's pretty good. then do we do it again on when the hand comes down? That might be too quick. Hand up, it comes out. Hand down, it comes again. We'll try it, see what happens. So this means that this is hand R for the effect. So we'll use hand R on this, and then this one's hand. I think this is still going to be hand R. Yeah, just get rid of that one. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's fine. And then again, but I might do this. So you can see what the effect is starting to do. Yeah, that works. Looking good. Right, so that seems all fine, really. What are you gonna do? Wish the movement was consistent with I need it to be. Might have to take away. I mean, blueprints is coding, mate. Like, anyone that tells you that blueprints isn't coding has never tried to code in blueprints. Like, because it just is. There's plenty of games that are made in blueprints. Like, the game that I put on the channel for beta was made in just blueprints as well. The Echoes of Algoria. That was purely just made in blueprints. So it all depends. It all depends on what you feel confident in. Like C++ is going to make your game run a little bit faster because it's a little bit more optimized. And there are obviously certain things that you can't do in blueprints that you can do in C++, but for the most part. To get rid of those off the floor, I keep walking into them. There we go. Oh, and that one as well. And that one. Yeah, that's fine. Save up. Okay, so that is that one done. The goblin's got to be my favourite though. This guy is... It's because that's a mage, you silly sausage. I'm going to change that so they're all one character. So enemy melee, goblin, sword and shield. Oh no, just melee. This guy moves amazing. Like, this animation is so cool. Just the way he runs is mint. Yeah. Good. Right. So werewolf doesn't need a sword. Werewolf doesn't have magic, but can use magic.